Hey, what up, Nate? I'm Alex.
Hey, Nate, nice to meet you.
Nate. Before we start, I do need to ask your consent to record. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's cool.
And you're okay with this being used for future use?
Yes.
All right, good to hear. So, Nate, tell me about yourself. What brings you in today?
So my parents kind of brought me into here because they were worried because I'm on the brink of academic probation, really close, and it's kind of a deal where I really I go out a lot, and it's kind of starting to affect my schooling because I don't go to class really that much, and it's I feel like I'm falling behind, and it's kind of a dark place right now because I don't really understand because I'm just falling behind. I feel like I'm motivated enough, but I don't go to class enough, and it's starting to show right now.
Okay. So you said your parents brought you in. They're concerned about your academics. Now, do you share that same concern, or is it more just that they wanted you to address it?
I feel like more like since it's the end of the semester, I'm starting to feel it because I feel like I'm on the brink of academic probation, and I don't really want to get expelled from school at all. Mm-hmm. So I feel like as of recently, yes, but up till like a week ago, no.
Okay, I got you. So you're saying that you're on academic probation, and you're worried about potentially being expelled.
Yeah.
You're saying it's not just your parents' concern, but this concern has grown a lot for you in the last week.
Yeah.
Okay, Nate, that's fairly concerning. I'm very happy that you came in. I'm very excited to talk about this with you. But first, I will say I'm sorry about that. That sucks. But for real, like you coming in here to address it, like this is gonna make all the difference. I promise.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
So, like, what? I assume this wasn't always the case. You know, is there anything that maybe would have led to, your grades collapsing and the lack of motivation you may have had recently?
Yeah. So in high school, I thought I was pretty motivated. Pretty decent student. I mean, like 3 points, so pretty solid. But as of once I got to college, started going out, drinking a lot more, smoking weed, and it really, I feel like from those two things primarily, it started to collapse on me, and I would wake up hungover the next day, and I have class at 8:30, so I'm not gonna go. I'm hungover, and I don't want to really trudge out in the snow right now and go to class.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you mentioned marijuana and you mentioned alcohol, and you said that these weren't prevalent when you were in high school.
Yeah.
But it is in college, and it's negatively impacting your desire to go to class, and it's negatively impacting your grades as a whole.
Yeah.
Okay, do you feel like there's a particular reason why you like to drink and why you like to smoke?
As of smoking, it's like a disconnect from reality right now for me. As I was saying, a lot of stress on me right now, and I feel like even in college, when I first came to college, there's so much stress from my parents to really have me succeed that, it was a good vice, and that I'm not as concerned as much as the weed as I am the alcohol. I feel like as of, this last year, I've definitely turned more towards the bottle, which is not good, and it's really affecting my grades negatively.
Okay, so you're saying how your parents had a big influence on you when you were younger, and those expectations may have grown a little bit to, may have placed some stressors on you that have led you to smoking, led you drinking, and you're saying that the alcohol in particular is a bigger problem lately.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure from my parents. There still is a lot of pressure from my parents, and I think originally the alcohol was a way to sway to, as I said earlier, vice, and now it's became a point where I'm habitually using it, and I'm going out and I'm blacking out and I'm waking up under bridges and stuff. It's pretty, it's pretty severe right now, and I'm kind of worried about it now.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely understandable, for sure. That's definitely a concern. Do you feel safe when you drink? Or do you think it's reaching a point where your safety is in jeopardy?
I think I do feel safe. I'm around my friends who do it a lot with me. But as of like, you know, the last month, I feel like it has gotten a little less safe. Because I just told you about the whole blacking out under a bridge thing. And yeah, I mean, as of the last month, it's been a little stressful for me. And yeah, that's why I'm here.
Nate, let me ask you this. How do you feel as far as your overall well-being, not just your academics? Do you feel happier in college? Do you feel more frustrated? Tell me about how you are feeling.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm not very happy. I think just stress in general hasn't been good for me. Overall, I'm not working out. You know, a lot of the things that brought me joy, like I used to play football and lacrosse and all these things, these team sports had structure for me. And now that I don't have that, I feel like I don't have structure, and it's just not very happy right now. You know, I'm just drinking a lot, I'm smoking a lot, not working out. I feel like shit, and it's a situation where I just don't feel great right now.
All right, well, Nate, I'll tell you this, like, you are not alone. This is a extremely common situation that happens to adolescents when they enter college. You specifically mentioned how your sports had structure, and that is like the big thing that college lacks, particularly when you enter adulthood, where all of a sudden, you know, the activities aren't being chosen for you. You don't exactly, you know, that right path becomes a lot more ambiguous. So yeah, what you're saying is a common experience, and it's absolutely understandable. It is, I promise. You don't need to feel any shame for this happening. It happens to people all the time. You know, so having said that, would you agree that some structure is going to be necessary?
I definitely think I need structure right now. I don't know officially what that route would be, but I definitely need structure right now, or I'm just going to keep spiraling out of control and eventually get expelled probably from the school.
Okay, so let's start with this. How do you feel about routines?
I like routines. I think they're very important. I just haven't really gotten into a right routine the last 2 years, so it's pretty tough for me to get into one right now.
No, absolutely. That's totally understandable. You know, the thing about routines is it only gets easier the longer you do it. It will get to a point where it does feel normal. So now for yourself, what do you think would be a good routine that's going to help you, not just academically, but for your overall wellness?
Well, two things really. I think I gotta get back into working out. I think with working out, it stemmed into a lot of different things. Like from sports, working out really gave me a chance to express myself and really feel like myself. And also, you know, working out, I felt good, and you know, I feel like I've lost that as of recently. But I think also maybe joining a club. I think I'm not sure about the frat or sorority route, but I definitely think I should join a club of some sort. I'm pretty interested in sports. Maybe there's a sports club for me or something like that here.
Yeah, Nate, you seem incredibly self-aware of not just like you seem very self-aware of not just the issues that plague you, but as well as like where you can find solutions. So I think that's wonderful. Yeah, I think a club would be great, and I think exercising more regularly would also be very good for you. So having said that, like, is there any clubs that interest you, or is there any like particularly times in the day you think would be good for exercise?
Yeah, I don't know in terms of like specific like clubs right now. I mean, I love talking about like football and basketball, so maybe there's like a debate club or a sports club that I can get into where I can just talk about sports and be around people who are like-minded, who like talking about sports. That would be great. And then in terms of working out, I feel like working out maybe a little early in the morning, maybe get me up earlier, let me start out my day right by working out would be a great place to start in terms of working out.
Nate, I think those are both wonderful ideas. Our time is just about up, but I would like to wrap up with this. Again, you seem very self-aware of the problems that you're facing. And again, It's common. I promise this happens to other people. It's totally understandable. It is okay. I hope that when we meet next week, we can continue to work on a plan and continue to add structure to your life. You already seem to be aware of, some steps that need to be taken. Would you be interested in maybe pursuing one of those sports or debate clubs, as well as maybe exercising a couple times next week before we see each other?
Yeah, I think that's a great place to start, and we can just see what happens from there.
That sounds great. All right, Nate, have a good day.
Thank you. Dude, I totally just swore at Matt.